Hey, start a new interview round.
Great. Let's kick off this mock round in a realistic flow. First question, tell me about yourself.
Hello, my name is Dipanshu. I am a full stack developer from Delhi. I completed my diploma in computer engineering from IIT. During my diploma days, I find interest in web development. So after completing my graduation in BCA, I joined IntelliPath full stack development course, and now I am focused on MERN Stack development. For development, I use React and Tailwind for my front end, Node.js and Express for my backend, and for my database, I use MongoDB. I also use Git, Render, Vercel, and MongoDB Atlas for deployment of my project. One of my recent projects is personal finance tracking app that extract data from bank statement PDF and so categorize spending through visual representation on dashboard. Right now, I am improving my backend skills and aiming for a full-time role in full stack development.
That's a solid intro. Nice and structured. Let's take a step deeper. Can you explain the prototype and prototype chain in JavaScript?
A prototype is an object in another object. That means in every object there is a prototype that contain the properties and method of their parent object. For example, whenever we inherit a functions when an object, it contains the method and properties of their parent functions. On the other hand, a prototype chain is the method or process where whenever we have to access a properties or method that is not present in the current object, and it check these method properties into a prototypes. And if it's still not exist in their prototype, it check the prototype's prototype, and if this process is still goes until it found null. This is called prototype chaining.
That's pretty on point. Let's move on. What is currying in JavaScript?
Correct. Okay. Currying in JavaScript is a feature or a process where we passing multiple arguments. Whenever a function have multiple arguments, currying is used to uh, passing this parameter one by one. That means currying convert a function with multiple parameters to a multiple function with a single parameter.
Right.
In currying a function and only take a one parameter at a time and ensure that all parameter is containing by the different functions.
Nice. Concepts there, just watch clarity and pacing. Next up, controlled versus uncontrolled components in React.
Controlled or uncontrolled components are the two ways in a React that to manage state or handle data. Whenever we have to uh, input or handle form data, control component mm, control component is used to handle form data by using use state. Whenever we have to type anything into the input text, first it is change into the our use state by change using use state, and then it show on our input text. It is controlled by React. And the second one is uncontrolled component. Uncontrolled component are those component that is directly managed by DOM itself, and it in React does not control uncontrolled components. Uncontrolled
Good.
components also we can access uncontrolled component by using ref.
Accurate. Now, let's talk backend authentication versus authorization.
Authentication and authorization both are the useful process or useful techniques to for the security purpose. Authentication is used whenever we have to check the user is exist or user is valid or not. Authentication means who the user are. That means it check the is user is present in our database or not. On the other hand, authorization is used after authentications, and it check that if the user is that how much access a user can have. That's mean after authentication, the methods, the access, and the control of their database, what the user can do. In authorization, a user can remove one user, or also can add some functionalities. And authentication is used first, and then authorization is used in second terms.
Nicely put. Last one, normalization versus denormalization.
Normalization and denormalization both are the process that is used to improve database access. First one, normalization. Normalization is means that we divide large tables into a smaller related ones by using relationships. On the other hand, denormalization is to make join small tables into large tables into large tables. Normalization is used to remove redundancy and improve data integrity. On the other hand, denormalization is used uh, to remove unnecessary joins, and also it can improve retrieve database.
Good. That covered the basics. All right. That wraps up today's quick round.
Okay, please give me feedback. What can I change and what can I improve in myself and in my interview round?
Sure. So, overall, I would rate this interview round a 7.8 out of 10. Honestly, that's pretty strong for a fresher, but your communication is holding you back a bit. If you work on that, your score could easily jump to an 8.5 or even a 9. The biggest issue I noticed is too many filler words, like and repeating the same phrase. Instead, try taking a small silent pause. Second, structure your answers like this. Start with a one line definition, explain how it works, give an example, and then use case. This will make your answers sound sharper and more interview ready. And your technical foundation is solid. It's just a matter of polishing the delivery. If I were interviewing, I'd still move you forward to the next round, but I'd suggest focusing more on real world scenarios and intermediate questions next.
Thank you.